What's going on, gamers? This is AJ, Eric, Ryan, and the beautiful Matt. We are coming to you here with what number is this, boys?
97.
I think
97.
It's 12 or 13, one of the
12.
two.
It's 10.
I think it is 12.
Very
All
organized
right.
on this one.
All are very terrible with remembering the numbers.
It's
So we are
12.
coming to you guys with podcast number 12. Wanted to go over a few things here. Glad everybody has survived the weekend, which is always good.
Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day for all of you drunkards.
Yes, my fellow people. Yes, happy belated St. Patrick's Day. Glad to hear that everyone has had their fun, their partying out of their systems, and now ready to go back to the work week. Who flipping Ray?
Yeah, I wish I had a Killian's Irish Red right now. That's all I want.
That would be good.
Yo, Killian's is awesome.
I do love Killian. Eddie Hooser. So, unfortunately, I think this is just going to be something I really just want to touch on, not video game related, really quickly. First time and the last time I'm going to bring it up, just for, of course, unfortunately, everybody heard what had recently happened in New Zealand. I do want to let everybody, if anybody's going to be, listening to us from there, my thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to the family and everyone who has unfortunately been a part of that. It was absolutely disgusting, and I hope everybody, of course, can kind of move forward and have the healing process, soon start. But from that very depressing, of course, start, I did want to go over here. So, who here thinks that they have the biggest video game collection?
No, I do not.
Physical?
Oh, so let's say out of all of us.
I would say probably, if I had to guess, it would probably be me. Because I have most systems and a couple games for each system.
I think I would have to agree with you, only because I don't know Eric's size collection. I know Ryan's; he has a decent size, but unfortunately,
he's big ounce.
I do have a decent size. Thank you.
All right. So, what would you guys say? Like, on a scale of however many video games you would say, how many video games do you guys think you guys will have?
Physical, a lot.
Physical, probably like maybe 100, 150, something like that.
Or are we counting old school systems as well, or just?
Yes, that's what I'm counting.
All copies of video games, not systems.
Fuck, I know how many. Over 100.
Over 100. Okay, Eric, what about you?
Probably like 50.
50. I think I'm right on par with Eric. I think I'm around 60 or 70 with everything. So, would you guys believe that there is a guy out there who has 20,193 video games? He has the world's largest video game collection.
I could see it.
I believe it. I've seen that picture like 1,000 times. Is it that nerdy guy with his jeans on and he's got the world record thing next to him? Yeah, and he's got like padded flooring because he's afraid the games are going to take damage if they fall. Okay, I don't think I saw that picture. It's probably the Lego guy.
I could believe it. I mean, I've seen, I follow a lot of retro gamers on Instagram, and a lot of them post they have crazy collections. Like, some people have every single game for 64, which is 200 and something.
Like 4 games.
Yeah, 204 games or whatever it is, and they have every single one in the box. It's just, I've seen some really crazy shit.
When games came in boxes.
Sorry for that. Yeah, we're the old timers.
Hey, I just bought one, okay? I just bought the original Japanese version of Green in the box because I'm a nerd. And I wanted it.
They were nerds here, so you're in good company. But that's crazy. I'm the only one who just my jaw dropped when I saw this recently. This 20,000, over 20,000 freaking video games this guy has. He lives in Texas. Obviously, you guys.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
True.
But that's very true. Very true.
Everything.
Apparently so. Damn. Like, absolutely damn. Like, so he was saying that he claims one video game in particular is worth between $500 and $700. That much, I think we all are not really too shocked on, especially when we go to, from all the video games we've bought over the past few years. But I don't know. I could see people owning a few hundred, like, a couple of thousand, especially like what you were saying, Matt, where people just kind of show off all their collections and everything. But just like, damn, like I wonder like how long this had to have taken. Like he said, all of his life. I don't know how old the guy is though.
Well, now let me ask you a question. Out of those 20,000 games that he has, I want to know how many does he play on a regular basis?
Oh, I can't seem that he plays like many of them. There's only so many video games that anybody can really play at one time. It's just like going based on the collection though.
Well, that brings up a good point. Now, in collecting, do you buy a game and collect games to play, or do you collect games that you just want? Because there was actually a very interesting video from Dom's It's Fun and Games. It's Fun and Games with Dom. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But he put out an interesting video like a couple months ago about collecting and why people collect retro games. So it kind of goes with your point of like, it's crazy that somebody has that many games, but my thing is if you're going to collect something, why not display it or appreciate it? But if for like a video game, it's really hard to play a game that's worth $500, $600, $700. I mean, look at Earthbound. Earthbound right now, I think is what I want to say, like anywhere from like $200 to $300 now for this Super Nintendo. I think.
I think that's because it was mostly. Was that the one that was only released in Japan?
Yeah, but they did release it here. But if you could find like a normal version of it, it's like it's that much, but it's like a stupid hard game. But it's just like, what like I don't understand how somebody would spend that much money. It's like a couple years ago, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the PlayStation cost $100 from GameStop, which is just insane to me.
No, I agree with you. I'm looking at the picture right now. It looks like that he does have his video games on display. And was it Guinness World Records they actually had to send 2 of their people over to count how many games in total he has, and it took them a week to count everything that he has.
That's
but
crazy.
I'm on the in the camp of I agree with you. Why have it if you're not going to play it or display it? But I think that just kind of goes with the majority of collectors though. They either do one or the other. They either collect it to play it, or they collect it just to have it shining. Like, this is a thing that I have and I'm proud of it, and they don't really touch anything. Which, me personally, I don't know why buy it in the first place. It's meant to be played with.
Yeah, like for me, I've recently over the last couple of years I've gotten back into it because I traded a lot of it away to GameStop. Stupid me, but
same.
I've gotten more of the games that I used to play and I used to think were really hard, and I played them again on the original system. Like, there was some stupid game for the Super Nintendo which was so hard. It was called Populous, I think it was called, or something like that. And I just found out recently what it was, and I was like, oh, cool. How much is this? It's like $2 because it was so stupid hard, because it was originally a PC game that they put to the SNES. I was like, Jesus. And I tried playing it again, and I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. Why did I even think this game was cool? But now I have it, and it's part of my collection. It's just something I've had.
Nice. Well said. Well said. So, youngins, what do you guys think?
Collection. I mean, it's like the difference between the collection physical is you really do want to just show it off, because back, I don't know, like I think the last game I bought that was like the expensive version was probably Halo Reach, and I didn't even buy the super expensive one.
I did.
It doesn't really.
That actually was my last really big collector's edition that I bought too.
Well, Halo Reach?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one with the statue. That one was nice.
I didn't get the one with the statue. I bought the one with the the big tin though, that had like all the additional art and stuff in it.
It had like Halsey's journal. That one was cool.
I just got the normal game.
What's that?
I said I just got the normal game. I'm just a little boy.
Did you play the Mortal Kombat 11 stress test?
Oh.
No.
All right, next topic.
Just kidding. Of course I did. What the fuck?
Next topic, anyway.
All right. Well, I guess we could talk about real quick. I mean that we just kind of brought it up. Mortal Kombat 11. What do you guys think? Are you gonna be picking it up?
No.
Probably not.
I know I am, and I know that Ryan is too.
Yeah, I don't think I really need to make my thoughts clear. I'm pretty sure every podcast after the trailers come out, I've brought it up at least once.
Yeah, you have.
I brought it up this time. You're welcome.
I was actually watching a couple of YouTube videos of like the science behind Mortal Kombat, like Sub-Zero's axe. What is it? What the heck is the name of the show? Shoot, I forget the name of the show, so I suck on that one. But it was really interesting. But to go from there to blood, guts, and Schustein and stuff like that. So there is a humanitarian group called the International Committee of the Red Cross. So they're actually founded in Geneva, Switzerland. They're going to be coming out with a shooter, or at least they're working on a shooter. So it's like I said, it's a humanitarian organization. They're putting together a shooter that is more grounded in reality, right? So you cannot go shooting anything and everything that moves all willy-nilly, like you basically can now, like in almost any other shooter, right? You basically have to stick to like the code of combat, right? No shooting civilians, no going after children. If you see a wounded like a wounded civilian or a combatant or something like that.
So basically every law that the US abides by, but none other third world country does.
Okay.
Well, we're sticking to a video game, so yeah.
Just saying, no, because you're saying that it's gonna be a part of real world. The real world is that every big power abides by these laws, but then you have other assholes that don't.
Yes. Geneva Conventions.
That's why the Geneva Convention is in Switzerland, and they don't get involved in anything, because the last war that they were involved in, they got bombed back to the fucking Stone Age because of the Germans. But anywho.
But trying to stick on topic of video games though, so they're trying to make it more realistic, like they were trying to, like basically how they've been trying to do with graphics and everything else like that. So obviously we know Matt's stance on that.
I'm just saying, it's just going to be another thing for other people to just bitch and moan about, and because if you really want to make a real video game, set it in Chicago where you can buy every gun on the black market.
Okay.
There you go. That's a real world video game.
So that game doesn't sound fun to me whatsoever. So I'm not gonna get that game.
Not at all. Trying to get
no, the one that the Red Cross is. It does not sound fun.
The one I suggested might be fun.
The GTA.
I think. Yeah, I was about to say. I think Matt was describing Grand Theft Auto for a little bit, but I mean, hey.
Yeah, but it's always set in LA.
I mean,
LA
you could play a
realistic.
Grand Theft Auto RP and just never run
now.
people over. That's kind of the same thing.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, but you have to have it in Chicago.
I mean, you could pretend it's Chicago.
Then it's real.
It's not even a real place. Los Santos isn't real. Liberty City isn't real.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That went on a completely different turn for you, AJ, didn't it?
Yeah, was not expecting that. All right, anyway.
Hey, man, gotta keep you on your toes, you know what I mean?
Apparently so. All right, well, fucking skipping this topic. Holy hell.
I just want to say I think that game's gonna turn into another battlefield.
No, it's gonna be another political thing. That's what I'm trying to basically say. It's just they're trying to make it seem like, okay, this is exactly how war is, and then they realize, oh shit, the Red Cross shouldn't be putting out a video game that's a shooter, because then we're not being politically correct.
Well, that goes without saying that they shouldn't put a shooter out. The fuck?
Yeah. There was a company, I don't remember the name of them, but they came out with a game where there was it was a shooter. Obviously, they came out with a game where it was centered in a high school, and you were the shooter.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was on Steam for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, then they removed it. So now you're like they put it back on because the developer had to like readjust. But like now you're in like a supermarket, which doesn't make it any better. Like, I shouldn't be laughing. Just so anybody who listens to this knows, I have a very, very dark sense of humor. So there's like a bonus in the game where like you can find a toddler, and you don't shoot it, but you can like punt it.
Like, I mean, we don't get monetized, but we're definitely not getting monetized now.
We should totally just play Cards Against Humanity because I think that would just be fucking hilarious.
I hate Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, go fuck off.
No, that game's stupid. You could be more funny than that stupid shit. I hate it.
I think we should all just get hammered. I mean, I totally don't do that. But no.
Yeah, that's better. If you just made your own cards, it'd be 10 times better.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I watched a couple of guys play Cards Against Humanity, but they use GIFs. And
that sounds terrible.
It sounds amazing.
No, it sounds terrible.
It sounds fucking
You know what
hilarious.
Cards Against Humanity is? It's like... excuse me. It's like a... what, like, 1950s families would play if they felt frisky.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I mean, I like Cards Against Humanity, but I also don't, because a lot of times I get cards that don't mesh well with like what I'm trying to say, and then I get to watch people who like. The best example I have is AJ's girlfriend, right? So like, Andrea isn't a very dark humor type of person, but I can watch someone put down a card like Andrea try to make a dark humor joke, and then it's like, this is your one excuse for making this joke, isn't it? Like, you wouldn't normally say this. Meanwhile, me over here just going like, what's the fun part about like a dead baby? Oh, it's in a clown costume.
Well, when we first started dating, she told me she had a dark sense of humor. Then she met my friends and family, and then she realized that her dark sense of humor is
nothing compared to us.
Yes.
And then she met me, and everything went downhill.
That you could say that about a lot of people.
Oh well.
All right, so I think that's a good segue into the Master Chief Collection is coming to PC, and it's including Reach.
It sure is.
Yeah, and
go
then
check out my article.
Yeah, check out
it.
Eric's article about it.
Next topic.
Hey Eric, where can we find this article?
I would say All4Gamerz.com, but it's down again. So.
Oh shit! Shots fired. AJ, fix it.
It's not AJ's fault. It's that stupid thing.
Eric,
it's down like once a day. It's terrible. What do you even pay for it?
It is down again. Oh, you had to say something.
They owe you like 3 free months.
Hey guys, welcome to the All4Gamerz podcast. We're only really here to satisfy your needs and wants. Don't worry though.
You know what we could do? I could straight up just make the website and then host it, and it would only cost me like $30.
And then
okay, so we'll talk that. We'll talk about that on the side then.
The one thing though is I don't know how to like when you make an article, I don't know how to do that stuff yet. That's a lot of work.
What you do is you type a couple words on what would be a blank canvas.
No, I could teach you guys how to type in HTML, but I don't think you guys are smart enough for that.
Well, see, I already type in HTML format because I'm a college student.
What does it stand for?
I have to do it. HTML. I don't know what the fuck it stands for. I know how to type in it though.
Oh,
Thanks
God.
for playing. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
it is a
like
markup language.
Oh my God, Eric, can I help you?
Hypertext markup language.
So.
Yeah, I'm as smart as a 5-year-old. Apparently,
yeah,
Ryan
you're
is
about as adorable as a chihuahua giving birth to a porcupine.
Ooh.
I mean, which way is it coming out? Because you can, like, you can brush it one way, but you can't brush it the other way. So if it's coming out that way, it's probably fine.
You're the kind of guy I want to do shrooms with and then see less of.
Wow. What? Huh?
What?
So anyway, Master Chief Collection is going to get Reach, and it's going to come out for PC through Steam and Xbox
Microsoft
games.
Store.
Right? It's also coming out on PC.
Yeah.
But for PC, it's coming out in chronological order. So it's going to be coming out with Reach first, then the Combat Evolved, then Halo 2, 3, then ODST, and then 4.
Something I also wrote about in my article.
Yeah.
That you can check on the website. That's down. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you can check on the website. Sorry.
For the Xbox, it's coming out, but the multiplayer will be available for anybody who has a Master Chief Collection. But if you want Reach you will have to pay a fee for a downloadable content.
Oh, for that one DLC pack that was garbage?
Yep.
the Noble 1 DLC that was actually not good.
Well, no, meaning it's for the campaign of Reach, you need to pay an extra fee.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wait, so
I have Reach.
If you multiplayer and buy it, then you have to pay again to get the campaign?
But Reach is also backwards
if you're
compatible.
buying a standalone, but if you have the Game Pass, it's going to be included.
That I did not talk about in my article.
Way to go, Eric. But don't worry, you can still check out Eric's amazing article on
It was breaking
all4gamers.com.
news, I'm sorry.
That's down. But don't worry, by the time this comes out, it'll still be down. And Eric will still be
up. It'll probably be up for about an hour, then it will go down.
Like my sex life? What?
Yeah, try a minute.
No, well, it's not really a minute. It like what takes the most time for me is the crying part.
Just so you can lube up your dick.
Okay. Yeah, I cry because I remember who I am, and then that makes me more sad.
All right, let's get back to gaming.
Anyway, like I was saying, the Master Chief Collection, right? It's coming out on Steam and PC.
That's the same thing.
I know. I'm trying to contradict myself, Eric, for funny purposes. Haha.
So Apex season pass, Wild Frontier, is coming out tomorrow, which is the 19th.
Garbage game.
Oh, Wild Frontier. So I actually haven't heard about that one.
It's actually not that good.
It's bad.
So basically, what it is they're adapting the model of what Fortnite has is a battle pass, and they'll have seasons. Yes, in a battle royale, and a groundbreaking. But they're also introducing a new character, and the new character uses launch. I think he uses these like launch pads, which can spring you around. So they're kind of like the jump pads in Fortnite.
They're not as like hefty though, but they also stay there.
Yeah, they're in strategic locations, and the battle pass is going to cost you 1,000 Apex coins, which is like less than $10. And throughout, if you hit level 100, you get obviously emotes. Actually, I don't think about emotes. Probably like skins and legendary weapon skins and all this other shit, and different like borders and different like lines that they say. But you also can get up to 1,000 Apex coins, so then you can use those 1,000 to get either Apex boxes, or you can go to the next season, which is kind of cool.
Wait, is this its own standalone game, or this is an add-on to Apex?
No, this is an add-on to Apex.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood.
Yeah, but the new character looks cool. He looks like a combination of like one of the what the hell are those guys with the weird masks from Borderlands?
Oh,
Psychos. He looks like a psycho, and Junkrat had a baby.
Hot.
Does that turn you on?
No, Sonic fanfic does.
Oh, Jesus.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Today I read one, and my man Sonic got in with Rosalina. I was like, "There's no way."
You didn't read that. You just watched Game Grumps, don't lie.
Yeah, I was about to say I just watched Game Grumps that they talked about that shit.
I just got done watching it, but then I had to look it up for myself because I wanted to read it.
Oh, did you continue the series?
Yeah, I did.
Send a link. It didn't happen.
Hold on.
Well, you're gonna spoil the next episode of Game Grumps, bro.
Oh my god. Well, all right. I have a serious question. Does anyone here actually play Apex?
I stopped.
I do. I actually do like it, but I just don't play it consistently.
Everybody that plays now is sweaty.
Let me just call out whoever enjoys Apex or Fortnite clearly wasn't there when the OG survival game was there. Minecraft Hunger Games.
Well, sick meme.
It's not a meme. It's
so
factual.
Funny, dude.
Eric,
that meme's been swimming around Reddit for 2 years now.
I was swimming around in my dad for years, and look at me. Yeah.
All right, guys. We gotta stay on topic, please.
Why?
So, we are going to also talk about Battlefield 5 Firestorm, which is Battlefield 5's version of BR. Comes out on the 25th.
They're very timely with their product.
Pass.
I own it, so I'm gonna play it.
Let me know how it is, and in between my snoozing, I will try to pay attention.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty sick. Cause like I don't know if you saw the trailer for it. I think I sent it to you.
Really, dude? I did, but here's the thing. It looks exactly the same as every other fucking Battle Royale game.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, each one is going to look exactly the same. 100 people go in, one team is left. That's how a BR mode is. Each is going to take different sections. Okay, you have to go in, you don't have any weapons. Do this. This game, you're going to have tanks. No other games you can drive around in a fucking tank, which is kind of cool. You can drive also around in a tractor. Cool.
Oh, man, that sounds terrible.
Helicopter. Cool.
Could you imagine landing like a little late? You pick a pistol up, you look straight up in the sky, and there's a guy with a fucking Black Hawk just chasing your ass down.
No, it doesn't have any guns, the helicopters.
What's the point? Can you just camp up there?
It's World War II, dude.
Oh, it's World War... wait, Battlefield 5 is World War II still?
Yeah.
When are they going to go back to like the fun part where it was futuristic?
Probably next year.
Yeah, probably.
And then they'll have a Battle Royale for that.
Why would you want a Battle Royale in World War II when you could just die because you tripped over like a little piece of metal?
And get tetanus, I know.
Yeah, you get tetanus and you bleed out on the spot. That's really realistic. That's what I want to see.
Tetanus last.
Well, even then, like, what if they get a tank? Sure. Like, how is that team not going to win?
I mean, to be honest with you, I know AJ hates BR modes, and I know Eric is not getting too happy with them either. But I still enjoy them. I'm not saying I'm going to be like trying to be a pro player, but I'll still pop on Apex.
That's not my argument, though. My argument is that like everybody's supposed to be at somewhat equal ground, bearing like a little bit of difference in weapons. Like even in Apex or Fortnite, you can still have like a shitty weapon and still kill someone if you're a little bit better. But if you have like a battle rifle and a pistol and then you go up against a tank, that's really annoying. Could you imagine spending like 15 minutes and then you go to the middle of the circle, there's just a tank there and shoots you and kills you? That'd make me so mad.
Well, but in this game, they're saying that they're going to be specific skill trees where you can pick up like an AT rocket launcher. Then you have other things you can get dynamite, and you have to also capture objectives during the thing. So instead of you also just going for kills like in Apex and everything else, there's actually objectives throughout the map, and each objective gives you something. So you want to power vehicle like a tank. You have to capture this objective, hold off for a certain amount of time until the next ring closes. I won't know until because most YouTubers, their embargo I think ends sometime later this week, and then they can show actual gameplay of Firestorm. So we won't know really what everything is entailed until later on this week. But I mean, for the most part, it looks sick. I've been a Battlefield fan for a long time. I love Battlefield. It's going to be interesting to see.
I have a question.
What's up?
Do you know how they give participation awards for kids nowadays? No, that's not what I'm saying. I just want to get an actual answer out of you. Does that bother you? Hello?
I keep breaking up.
Oh, well, I said, even if your team loses and comes in last place nowadays when you're a kid, you still get a participation award?
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
Yes.
So why would it not bother you that there's a meta game inside of a game where the winners technically also win because they're quote unquote standing in a circle doing nothing for 2 minutes?
You're right, and I agree with you. I think it's stupid. I mean,
that's why I hate Fortnite.
Does it mean that I've never done it before to get into a high be last? No, I've done it before.
Shit, no, I mean if you get if there's a quest that says do these 3 things that literally everybody can do, but you don't have to win. No, that's kind of just like the participation award.
Well, yeah, it's kind of the participation award, but it also gives you a power weapon or whatever it is. They don't, like I said, I don't know what these objectives or anything entail.
That's more of a shot at Fortnite, though. When people log on for a weekly or daily, I don't even know how it works anymore, and then they go, all I have to do is get 3 chests today. I don't have to play after this. It's like, all right, why are you even playing? Dailies are a curse. I hate that shit.
Well, that's just to get the XP so you can get to the higher loot tier or whatever
so
it is.
So you could not win next week and just get 3 chests later.
Yeah, no, I get you on that one. But for Firestorm, they're saying, and that's the big argument, all these other Battle Royale games are free.
Yeah.
But...
Well, if you have the Battle Pass, right? Or whatever it's called.
They don't have Battle Pass.
Origin Access, what is it called?
Oh, it's EA Access.
Yeah. I mean, if you have that,
Origin is on PC.
So it's like...
Yes, and that's the thing. You can try it out for free, technically. But with Origin or EA Access, you have to pay a fee. So, like for EA Access, which is only on the Xbox One, it's $30 for the year. But I get to play any EA games. So I, like, for Anthem, I got to try it out for 10 hours. Have I played all 10 hours? No, just because I haven't had time to play it. But still, that also gives me that option. Hey, do I want to play this game and play it? I can try it out for 10 hours a week before it comes out, which is kind of nice. But that doesn't mean that, like, with Firestorm, I get to play that early. No, I play it the 25th like everybody else does.
Well, that is a good thing to have, so this way you can, take advantage and see if you like the game. But just to get back onto the whole Battle Royale thing itself, everybody already knows that I'm boring. I like more first, just one-player video games. I like story-driven things. It can always be a shooter, whatever else. If it can always have the same mechanics, but if it has a good, strong storyline, I'm behind it. If I'm having fun, that's good. You guys are more based on multiplayer and everything else. So my opinion really lies more on it's the same thing that keeps on getting pumped out. It's another Battle Royale. Mm-hmm. Set up with 100 people and the last person wins. It's
64 players.
Whatever.
Yeah, Apex only has 60 people. So.
It just sounds
Fortnite's the only thing that has 100 players.
PUBG doesn't?
Oh, PUBG does too.
Okay, so either which way though. So 100 players or however many players that you have, it's still the same thing. You drop in there, you pick up shit, you fire the other person, and the best man wins at the end. That to me sounds just really incredibly boring. But obviously that's not the trend if everybody else is going to be going that way. I don't know how long it's really going to stay like a positive trend until like the next best thing comes along.
As long as it's free to play, it's going to stay as long as it can.
Well, yeah, because then they're going to have the microtransactions where they're going to fucking make a shit ton of money because people want to buy skins and just watch a putz dance like a chicken or something like that.
I think it's more that people aren't willing to spend the $60 on games anymore that they know is finite versus a never-ending Battle Royale that's free and you can, put money in if you wanted to.
Seasons and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Anthem, is going to end, quote unquote, eventually. That Division's eventually going to end. All these games are going to end eventually. So why are you going to spend $60 on these free games that keep getting updated over and over again?
Yeah, it's kind of like what we were talking about last podcast, games as a service.
Yep.
Right, which I can agree on that one because I love Rocket League. I haven't played it in a few months, but I love Rocket League. But you don't see hundreds of other Rocket Leagues out there. So I find it unique and interesting because they have the same thing. They keep on improving and having things that are put out for you to come back.
Yeah, and it's one of the two games. And it's one of the two games that's cross-platform for everything.
Right. So which is good, and hopefully. Well, the PlayStation isn't.
No,
obviously
it's
Xbox and Nintendo, but PlayStation has. Right?
Nope, it's Rocket League and Fortnite are the only two games that are completely cross-platform play between PlayStation and everything else.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep, I can go on right now, and as long as you give me your Rocket League ID, we can create a party, and I can actually friend request you if you have a PlayStation.
So is it like the same thing still like when we were trying to play with Eric that one time? It's only like, you've like incredibly limited?
No, it's like they have a full actually, like, so they have the Xbox, like obviously I play on Xbox, but they have an Xbox Live Friends, and then they have one for PC. They have one for each person gets they call it a Rocket League ID, kind of similar to how Discord has their own ID.
Mm-hmm.
So they have like that 4 or 5 digit number. Everybody's Rocket League ID is for their system, whatever it is. So like our buddy Omar wants to play, we can play with him even though he's on PlayStation. We're all on Xbox and Eric's on PC. All of us can play at the same time, which is pretty fucking cool.
No, without a doubt, it definitely is. I just wanted to know, is it still like really limited with like map choices and everything else? Like
no, you can do everything.
I don't remember it being limited.
It wasn't limited. We were limited to like one like custom games or just that's really it. This, I think you can actually, they fixed it so you can actually get people in and we can play on the system of our choice. I got to test it, but I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh, I better check that out. Stankass, what do you say?
I mean, I'm just kind of here. I'm just listening. I don't like battle royale games.
Interesting. Why not?
So, for the same reason AJ does. I mean, not the same exact, but like I just think they're boring. I mean, not really. Like I just think they're boring and like it's the same thing.
Because no one plays with you, is that why?
Over? No, not really. I have a lot of people who play with me. Just like I like RTSs. I'm not a battle royale kind of guy. Like I'll play Mortal Kombat with no issue. Like that's not a battle royale game, but like
it can be.
I could see people getting bored of that, but I don't get bored of that. I don't find battle royale games intriguing in the slightest.
Yeah, no, I get it. I personally, I don't play them a lot, but I do enjoy them. And you're right. I kind of shy away from like Fortnite and Blackout and the other ones in PUBG because they are very, like, the beginning part is just, it takes a long time to get into a game. But if you can get into a game and you can roll with a good team and got good communication, like that's why I like Apex a lot. Hell, I played the other day, I think it was last week, I played with George from Share Player One.
Mm-hmm.
I think we played for like fucking 4 hours. And it was, but we never got higher than like, I want to say top 10. But we had a good time. It was a lot of fun. We just shooting the shit while we were playing. And that's what I like about the game. Like it was very, like, that's why I like Apex a lot. Because it's an overall very good shooter that is just, you could drop in, drop out really quickly. So like when we lost a match, I back out, press the button, we're already in a queue for the next match.
See, so that's where Apex actually has improved it though, because Fortnite sucked. You had to wait like 2 to 3 minutes to get back into a game.
Yeah, and even then, and that's another reason why I don't like Fortnite. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a cool game, but the one thing I hate about it is the building.
Yeah.
Because I suck at building. I think the gunplay and the third person, everything else about it is really cool. The building is the part that I hate about it. Like, I think the single player, like they call it the Save the World edition in Fortnite, is better than the Battle Royale. I love the
main game, or like what's supposed to be the main game.
Yeah, that's what came out first. Was the Save the World edition. Yeah, and I love that game.
So, out of curiosity, what actually makes it different between the battle? Because I've only seen the battle royale. What's the actual other?
Well, the difference is that you're, instead of fighting other people, you're fighting hordes and hordes of zombies. So think of Gears of War horde mode with building and cartoony zombies.
Huh. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I don't mean to talk. I'm sorry.
We have to announce you first before you talk, okay?
Alright, so anybody else but Eric?
Oh, damn.
I mean,
just
I'm with Matt on this. I think, because I played Save World too. Save World's pretty fun. I just hate Fortnite.
Yeah.
Join the club.
Okay,
so yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Fortnite sucks.
It is. The funny part is that EA paid Ninja $1 million to play Apex.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Get your facts straight, bud.
I
I
can see
believe
them.
it too.
No, I believe it. No,
But I still think
think
it's so
about it.
funny that Respawn keeps reiterating EA had nothing to do with Apex. Hence why EA already has Firestorm going on in Battlefield.
I didn't even realize that.
Think about
They're
it.
their own competition at this point.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
He's not on a monopoly.
Well, but you got to think about it too. They also announced that there was possibly being a Battle Royale mode when the game launched in November. We had no idea about Apex. So,
They probably
kind of
didn't
came
either.
in.
I mean, I think it was a good strategy for Respawn just to get this game out.
Oh yeah, and maybe by Titanfall 2, because I liked it so much. And then I played Titanfall 2 and it ruined the game for me.
Yeah.
Titanfall 2 has such better combat.
I couldn't even
Crazy.
download Titanfall.
On PC?
No, I tried. Well, actually, yeah, I tried downloaded it and it didn't work. So I was like, F it, and I stopped.
AJ, I'm going to tell you right now, my laptop has a better computing power than your computer does.
Probably my old one. You're right. You are probably right, my friend.
So,
All right, so yeah,
I was going to say we should talk about the behemoth elephant in the room, which is Castle Crashers.
I see what you did there.
Haha.
The game that doesn't die.
No, it doesn't. It's irritating.
Alright, well, I enjoy it.
Yeah, so do I.
Same.
I actually overplayed it when I was younger.
I mean, I don't hate it. It's
That
just-
game came out when I was 13, and it's still kicking.
Oof.
I think
Probably, like,
anything
10.
that Behemoth puts out is really good. Like Alien Hominid was awesome.
They have their
Battle
little
Block
charm.
Theater.
I love Battle Block Theater. That game was hilarious.
Anybody play Pit People?
No.
Yeah, I don't think anybody played Pit People.
I haven't even heard of that one.
It's a RTS, kind of. It's like
Ooh, really?
Yeah, it's like you start with like 4 people. It's kind of like if I had to relate it to anything, it would probably be like Mario vs. Mario Rabbids, whatever that game is called.
Oh,
It's a
really?
good game.
Yeah, except it's not 3D. It's 2D. It's a 2D isometric top down. It looks really fun, but I don't have a friend that would be willing to play.
So like
Somebody
Into
could
the
put it up.
Breach.
Yeah. It's kind of like Into the Breach, but it has like it's got the behemoth charm to it.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
down to play
I don't
that.
think I'm not sure if people bought it or not, but I don't think a lot of people bought it.
How much
strictly
is it? That's on
because
Steam?
It's probably like $15. Yeah, you could
I'll be
probably
willing
grab
to
it.
play it.
I know you could like customize your characters too. It's kind of cool. It looks really fun. It probably has like the same kind of funny haha story. But I initially thought that we didn't even say what the news was. Castle Crashers was teased, quote unquote, for PS4 and Switch release, which were the 2 modern consoles that hasn't come out for yet. And by teased, I mean they literally put like the controllers of those consoles in the Castle Crasher colors, so it's like odder, obviously. But they also said they were going to say stuff about it today, and they haven't announced anything, so I don't know, or at least I couldn't find anything. So maybe they're late on it.
Yeah, probably. Pit People is available on Xbox One and Steam.
Yeah, it's weird that they don't have it on PS4 and Switch. That would be a great game for Switch. But either way, I played like almost every Behemoth game except for Pit People. And that game came out in 2017, so.
Yeah. It looks cool.
There's a lot of
I'm
good
down.
reviews.
I initially thought they were going to re-release Castle Crashers to like maybe use it as momentum to call out their next project. But it takes about 4 to 5 years for them to develop a game, I think. Castle Crashers was 2008. Battle Block Theater was 2013. Pit People was 2017. So they still have until like 2021 to get their next game out. I'm assuming.
Why does it take them so long? Because it's like the size of the company, or what they have like a small company.
I think it's because they constantly update their old games, so they kind of just take their time and develop it, make sure it's fun first before they release it. They take care in it. I know the company's not huge either.
This looks hilarious.
It looks fun. other thing though is that if you guys haven't heard about Nightmare Cops, Tom Fulp, who owns, I think he owns and runs Newgrounds right now. He is what?
He does.
Okay, well he's working with a couple of other people like Johnny Utah, Oni NG, and Spaz Kid, and they're working on a new game called Nightmare Cops. And it's kind of got the same feel that Castle Crashers has, except it's in a different environment. It's like they're like school kids that are also cops of the underworld creatures, so they go around and kill demons. And it looks really fun. So I checked that out. It's got like a cool soundtrack and really exciting. It looks like it's fun gameplay. There's 3 different characters from what I know so far, and there's like one guy who's like a warlock that can shapeshift. Then there's like a girl who's like a wizard kind of. What are they called? Witch, sure. And then there's another guy with a huge shield like a mage. And then there's another guy with a huge shield that just squishes stuff. But it's got like a cool little teaser trailer if you want to check that out. That game I'm excited for. I don't know when it's going to be done, though. I know they only have a couple people working on it, so it's probably not going to be done in the near future.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, but, I mean, as long as they're taking their time with it, I don't mind.
Well, exactly. We don't want anything to be rushed like E.T.
Okay, well, that was a real throwback.
I think that game was amazing.
You don't want anything to be rushed like every game that's come out so far in 2019.
You don't want every game to be rushed like Fallout.
Which one? All of them?
Well, yeah.
No, the next game that's going to be rushed has got to be the next game, which is probably going to be Elder Scrolls.
No, they're not going to rush. They can't mess that game up. If they mess that up, it's over.
Oh, no, they can.
They can't. They literally can't. They can't. They could. They absolutely could.
Oh my god.
Well, what's the art? Like, people are saying that since Todd Howard has become more of a spokesperson, he's not as much on the creative side. And since he's not on the creative side anymore, what made the like younger games, Fallout 3, New Vegas, I guess New Vegas technically doesn't count, and Oblivion, like what made those games great, lost their value because Todd Howard stopped being such a overseer of the games. It's just like if what's his name, the guy who made Smash, I don't know, I can't remember his name.
Sakurai?
Yeah, it's like Sakurai stopped being a developer / like creative lead, and he just started being more of a spokesperson. And then like the other Smashes wouldn't have as much of a charm as they all do.
Right. Well, you're also talking about a guy who like legit almost killed himself to make sure this game came out amazing.
What's that? You know, Obsidian, the people that made New Vegas. I know they're making another game.
Oh yeah, that's the Outer Lands or Outer Worlds.
Yeah, Outer Worlds. That game looks really good. So I mean, if Fallout 76 kind of already dropped the ball, so there would be a good chance for them to pick it up.
Well, yeah, and with that, they actually what was it?
Game looks really
good. So when you watched the EA, not the EA, I'm sorry, the Xbox stream on Mixer, you actually got the Outer Lands for free. So I actually have that game pre-ordered on my system already.
Oh, it's Outer Worlds, sorry.
Outer Worlds, yeah.
You have it pre-ordered?
Yeah, they since I watched their stream, like their EA, like their E3,
like access
conference on Mixer last year. I actually have it pre-ordered on my system already. They like gave me a free pre-order.
Bullshit.
I was like, that's so awesome.
I hope it's free and that they didn't give you a free game. Meh.
Well, whatever.
All right, and last thought, at least that's something I wanted to just ask. Has anybody played The Division 2 yet?
I have.
Thoughts?
I love the fucking game. I can't wait to get other people to play it.
Sweet. All right, as soon as I'm done with freaking Devil May Cry, I'm picking up The Division 2.
Okay. I'm really enjoying it. It's there's so much more into that game than there was with the first one.
Do you need to beat the first one in order to know what's going on with the second one? Because I had a group of friends that dicked out on me that I can't finish the first one with now.
Well, you never asked me to do it again.
Every time I did, you guys said no.
Well, I said no because I was just like, my character is like a level is, and it was in endgame, and like starting a new character, I was like, I've already done this mission like 40 times. I don't want to do it again.
So would you say that you have to beat or at least play a majority of the first one to get what's going on in the second one?
No, you don't have to. I mean, this is a completely independent story from the first one. This is set 6 months later, and obviously it's in DC. And there are more factions, so that like the cleaners, the other two factions that were there are no longer in this area. There are other factions called like the hyenas. There's like 4 or 5 of them, but the game is a lot of fun. You can get a lot of end game loot pretty early on, and after you hit level 30, you can get your specialization, which there's 3 different ones. There's one that gets you a crossbow, one that gets you a rocket launcher, and one that gets you a 50 cal sniper rifle.
One of those things is not like the other.
Yeah. But it looks sick. It's so much fun. I've been playing it. I just haven't had a lot of time because I feel like I'm like not leveling up that quick in this game, but I'm also not doing a lot of the main missions.
That's probably why.
Because I'm also doing it by myself, and it is insanely hard. Like the curve on this game is insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot worse than the other game. Like the other game, I could probably blow through the whole campaign with all the regular missions in like no time. This game, I feel like I have to pace myself because I'm at like, I've only done like the first 2 side missions and the main mission in the first area, and I'm only a level 5. The next area is like 4 to 7, and I'm like, I walk in there and I just get killed by one guy, and I was like, that's bullshit.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. The reviews are good. There was another article, or I guess not article, but I know one of the only countries that still releases or is allowed to release, quote unquote, not allowed, sorry, forced to release their like data on sales is Britain. And they said that, well, I guess England, not Britain. I'm so sorry. They said that the physicals, I get it has to be physical sales because it's if you buy it through, or if you get it through the launcher, they don't have to share it. But the physical sales are only 20% of what Division 1's physical sales were. So that's not faring very well. Unless people really did make that jump to just the digital release.
Well, I think that's what it is. A majority of people, and I know we talked about this in the last podcast, a lot of people do jump to digital. Like, I know I've kind of done that. I like the only things that I don't get digital is like games that I really want.
But that's like a lot. 20% of the original sales, like even with the digital release, that's a lot.
Well, yeah. But you think about it, that's where everything is trending. People want it then, there, and now. So either the companies are giving codes or people have like that, like what's the point of getting a disc when that disc can get scratched up and then you have to throw it away and then you have to rebuy the game.
And you have to download it anyway.
Yeah, which you have to download anyway.
You download it off the disc. You're basically just paying for a physical CD key at this point.
Exactly.
Which is sad.
If you buy it you download it, it's already on your account, so you can download, like, uninstall it, reinstall it however many times you want. So I mean but the only bad thing is you can't return it.
Yeah. And you technically don't own it either, you're just licensing it.
Exactly. But it's on your account. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's the give and
As
take.
long as you pay the yearly fee.
Yeah, does Ubisoft have like a thing that EA has where you get access to their games for free over a certain amount of time? I don't think so.
No. EA
I mean,
is
what
the only
games
one
do they
that
even
does.
have for that? They have like.
What do you mean?
EA?
EA?
No, not EA. I know EA has a lot more games because they also have like FIFA and stuff. But Ubisoft has what, like The Division, Division 2, Rainbow Six Siege. What's the other one? The fighting one, the Vikings versus the
Samurai.
For Honor. I think that's like it. What other games do they have?
They have all the Assassin's Creeds.
Okay.
Battlefront? Did you already say that?
Battlefront?
Yeah.
Is that EA? No, that's EA.
No, that's EA.
Yeah, we're talking about Ubisoft.
Oh, my bad.
Oopsie.
Whoopsie. Far Cry?
Oopsie soft. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, they don't have anything that they can do. But like the EA one, I don't mind. A majority, like I said, the majority of my games that I play are EA games. So I like sports games. But the last couple of years, I stopped buying them because it's the same fucking thing every year. Just a new guy on the cover. And they just do minor tweaks.
Do they still update the rosters of the older games too?
No, they do not.
I guess you pay for the roster update.
After the new year, they do it. The only one game I really wish they would bring back is like the baseball.
Oh, those games are so dead. It's crazy.
Baseball, baseball is probably one of Sony's biggest hitters.
Nice. Quality.
I'm laughing to myself because I just said that. But I mean, like, the fact of the matter that they've had, like, it's one of the better selling games, sports games on PlayStation's palette on like their list of games. They sell more, I think, more baseball games than they do anything else. Probably also more basketball games.
Well, I mean, no matter what, though, FIFA is always going to be the big money maker.
Exactly.
Literally always blows the other ones out of the water no matter what. I don't remember where I heard it, but I thought FIFA gives Ubisoft EA gives EA like 20% of their actual income. I'm just making that number out of my ass, but like I'm pretty sure they get a good chunk of their income from FIFA.
I could see that.
I could absolutely see that.
Well, if you figure, because soccer or football, where it's known as other than the United States, that's
football.
Literally across the globe, where soccer baseball and football is really more of a niche kind of American thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to remember, if you look at baseball, majority of the players are actually from Latin American countries.
And Japan,
like actual baseball.
Right, like actual baseball, but compared to Latin America and America, but the world.
Yeah.
Like
soccer,
literally
yeah.
the world.
Well, I understand that. But I'm just saying, like, baseball is just as big to a Latin American country as soccer is to a Latin American country. I mean, baseball is probably not big in Brazil, but it's still huge in Venezuela, huge in Cuba, huge in all these other countries that are considered not, I mean, they're just not considered like a baseball superpower or like a soccer superpower, because they don't really have that many teams. But it's just, if you look at baseball, I mean, it used to be just an American sport, but it's really become really global. I mean, one of the biggest sports franchises outside of the US, they're all the baseball teams from Japan. And some of the most coveted baseball players come from Japan, Cuba, Venezuela. Like, it's becoming pretty big. I mean, the fact of the matter that these guys can get fucking 13 years for $300 million just to hit a small little fucking baseball is just
where like 90%
of
the game they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
Except for, obviously, pitchers and catchers are always doing something, but
Yeah, and then they don't get paid the big bucks. The only people that get paid the big bucks are the people that are running and catching the ball.
because you only have like 1 or 2 first basemen versus the 9 pitchers you have.
Exactly.
I heard Ryan's more of a catcher.
Oh yeah.
So I got some exciting news for everybody.
Only black men. What?
All4Gamerz.com is back up.
Hey! Hey!
It only
Did
took 3
anybody
hours.
read my article?
Just real quick, I'd like to make an announcement. It's up for right now. When this comes out, it might be down.
Most likely.
Oh, goodness. All right. So let's move on to the last segment that we like to call lovingly Final Thoughts. So, final thoughts about what we had just talked about. You guys have anything else that you'd like to add today?
Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I'm good, actually.
Well, that's just boring.
Anyway, like I was saying, so... no, I don't have anything else to say. I mean, Matt's handsome. Eric.
Thank you.
We could do without him.
I don't think so.
We really just need you.
Who's going to write the articles already?
AJ? What?
How many articles have you written?
Well, I'm dyslexic, so...
So am I.
No, you're not.
You're right.
Yeah, no, I'm right. I'm actually dyslexic, you monster.
Get over yourself.
Never.
Well, I think final thoughts are website is back up, which is good.
For now.
And yeah.
Here, let me do my Fortnite is bad.
Fortnite
Games
is bad,
as a service is something we talk about all the time.
which is good, a good thing.
Is good. Games as a service, good. Battle Royale, not fun, bad. Master Chief Collection, very good, yes.
Eric, hard on for Sekiro.
Yes.
Man with one arm.
Man with one arm, good. Cards Against Humanity, shit.
Oh.
We always,
that is a negatory.
well, not we. Matt brings something up political that makes everybody feel awkward. I'm going through the list that I've been writing during this whole time. MK11's a game, and people collect games because they think it's fun.
Okay.
That's pretty much all we talked about.
Hurting my feelings.
And how League sucks dick.
League's alright. It's a game that keeps on giving. Except that they shoot themselves in the foot every single month of the year.
Oh my god, dude, no, every patch. What do you mean?
I heard you can't counter jungle anymore.
No, not anymore. You can't counter jungle, and
what'd you say, AJ?
They've made gold funneling. They've made gold
I did because it's funny.
AJ, me and Eric and Matt.
This is what happens when Faker plays Tarek mid. They ruin gold funneling.
Oh my god, don't even. Dude, no, not even Tarek
Can
mid.
we just have them have their own show where they...
I don't watch enough League or play enough. I think I'm actually about to get back into it. So.
Battle of the League or something, because there's some Japanese and they get me lost.
I don't even want to, I don't think me and Eric can tolerate each other that long. This is all ruse, guys.
No.
If you asked me last year, I could.
I have a great idea for a show. This is what you guys should do.
Get naked, touch each other.
Get naked, touch each other.
Okay. So I was thinking maybe every Wednesday, you guys get into you get into the 4 of us get into a Discord and we watch pro players play League.
They
and
play
you
on
guys
Saturday
try to
and Sunday.
All right, fine, Saturday and Sunday,
and
maybe on Sundays. And you guys try to explain what the fuck is going on to me and AJ.
The shoutcasters do that already.
I mean, yeah, and not to mention, I hate to say it, explaining League is easier than playing it.
It's true.
Because if you play League of Legends, like Matt can even attest, you play League of Legends, we explain what to get, and it's confusing as hell. Because it's like, well, why do I need this item? Because this item's good for this guy because it prevents you from dying instantly.
Oh, but wait, they just made an update where that item's not viable anymore, so you have to do 4 different items.
Do I smell oncoming signs of salt in my future League games? Yes, I do.
Is that not a given?
No, it never is. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us on the All4Gamerz podcast. I'm AJ.
I'm AJ.
I'm AJ.
I'm confused.
Okay, listen here. You're not allowed out of your cellar anymore, you filthy animal.
Thanks again for everybody for dropping by. God
damn it, confusion! I just said this. Just
no, I'm confused.
Eric, just cut the podcast here.
I'm AJ.
Just cut it.
I'm AJ.
Okay, bye.
I'm Big Ounce.
What?
I'm Ryan.
I'm Big Papa. Smell your dick.
That's the end of that.
Oh God! All right, and cut it there.